Hi, fellow adventurers.
Hi, I'm Kathy,
And I'm Maddie.
and this is Wheelchair Adventures. Now, as you can tell from our ears, we just came back from Disney World. And we've been going to Disney parks for, since you were
Since
5?
I was 5 and I'm 29 now.
Yeah, so that's a long time.
Yeah.
And we've learned a lot of things, and we have a lot of fun there. As Maddie has gotten older, when she was little, it was easier to get her in and out of the rides because I have to help her on and off. But as she got older, it was harder for me to lift her in and out. So we spent a lot of time meeting characters and just watching the parades and watching the fireworks. We still had a great time. But then we found that Disney was doing things a little bit differently, and they were developing rides that you didn't have to get out of your wheelchair to ride.
Which is genius.
Oh yeah, it's phenomenal. So that has really helped. So if you're going to venture off to Disney World, I would say go for it. I mean, it's never a bad thing if you just want to meet the characters or watch the parades or fireworks.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, there are a lot of rides that people can get into. So the park has little brochures, and it says guide or guests with disabilities guide, and it'll show you all the different rides. It's just like a regular guide map, except that it has a little bit more information for people with disabilities.
And it tells you which rides are which rides are accessible and which ones are not.
Right, and I'm going to show you inside this guide map, there is a legend, and they'll show you, like, for example, a ride you have to be ambulatory. Or what we like, our favorite one is you must transfer to a standard wheelchair. Well, Maddie isn't in a power wheelchair. She's in a manual wheelchair anyway. So that means that she can go to the ride and she just stays in her wheelchair, and they will buckle her in her wheelchair, and then we're off. And it is fabulous. And some of those rides that are our favorites, which a new one, the Remy one, if you've heard about Remy.
Remy's Ratatouille Adventure is the ride.
In Epcot, it is amazing.
It's awesome.
And Maddie just stays in her wheelchair, and they strap her in, and off we go. It's
so fun.
So fun. Let's see, the Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger, she can stay in her wheelchair.
Buzz Ranger Spin. Buzz Lightyear Space Ranger Spin.
The Jungle Cruise, It's a Small World, Toy Story Mania, Winnie the Pooh, Seas with Nemo and Friends. And if you go to Seas with Nemo and Friends in Epcot, they have a fabulous aquarium.
The aquarium is awesome, where you can see manatees.
They have 2 manatees there that they rescued. One was
hit by a boat.
One was hit by a boat. His tail or thing.
His flipper.
Flipper, okay. And the other one was found orphaned. The mother had died, and he was dehydrated. So they brought him back, and they're both very large, and they're awesome.
Yes.
They have a great aquarium. So there's things that you don't know that they have, but they have. It's just tucked away somewhere. Yeah. Now some of the rides, Maddie can't go on anymore because she's just...
I'm too big.
Too big,
and my hips are wide now, so yeah,
it happens.
Yep.
You're going to be 30, right? Yeah. But some things like Splash Mountain, I can get her in, but if I had a second person to help with the legs,
it's hard to get out.
Yeah, it's hard to get out because you have to bend down and lift up, and it's awkward. And of course, everything is they want to go boom, boom, boom. But Disney has always been great about not rushing me. So that is our talk about the rides. Just one more thing about transportation to the parks. If you're going to Magic Kingdom or Epcot, you have to park if you're not staying at a resort, you park at a transportation and ticketing center. And then you can either go on the monorail or the ferry. And we've always gone on the monorail, but this time we went on the ferry, and it was
the ferry was nice.
it was very pleasant. With the monorail, you have to, because Maddie doesn't see very well, so I have to push her, and it was hard. It was a pretty steep hill to get up to the monorail, so we tried the ferry, and it was very easy. You just get on, get off. So that's an option. I would say our favorite time of the year to go to Disney is
Christmas.
Well, not at Christmas,
Well,
but
yeah,
like the
around
first or
Christmas.
second week of December. The Thanksgiving crowds are gone, and the Christmas crowds are not there, but they have fabulous decorations.
And great cookies and treats.
Well, that's at the Mickey Mouse. We're going to the Mickey Mouse, what is it called? Mickey Mouse Holiday Party?
Yes.
Yeah, we're already going this year. So we can't wait to tell you about that. And they have it's a special ticket that you buy, and they're going quickly. So if you want to go at Christmas time, and I recommend it because the decorations are out of this world.
Because you get more than you usually do.
Well, at the party, they have cookies.
At the party, they have cookies.
I think there's so many stops where you can get cookies. It's so good. Yeah, it's so good. And they have special parades and special fireworks, and it's certain nights between later in November and like December 22nd it ends. So you can check that out. One more thing. Disney has, they've changed this over the years. We've used several, they have special passes for people who aren't able to wait in line because of anxiety or just a
general.
They're just not able to stand in lines. So they have what's called a DAS pass. It's called a DAS, and it's Disability Access Service Pass. And with the pandemic, they started something different that we tried when we went in June. You can you have a video conference with a cast member 30 days before you go. And they determine,
if you are able to use the DAS.
Right. If you're able to use the DAS pass, they determine that, and then they set it all up. And then with that, you are able to, if it's available, you're able to choose 2 rides a day in each of the parks you're going to. And then, which is great. And then when you get to the park and you go on your rides, so you book them, you don't know whatever time you're going to get there, and then you book them shortly after. And then once you've done with that, then you can book another ride. And then you ride that ride, and then you can book another ride. So it's great because you go in what's called a lightning lane, which is something else.
Which is genius.
Yes, it's kind of like if you go and there's a fast pass, but now they have a Genie Plus pass, which you go in the lightning lane, which we got that also. That was $15 a day per person.
But the lanes were a lot quicker.
Yeah, and you can ride one ride each day with the Genie Plus.
Yes.
So if you want to ride it again, then it costs more, but we never did. So Anyway, there's lots of things to do. And Disney is just a magical place. Put on our mouse ears and we feel like happy people, right?
Yes.
So anyway, we have some big adventures coming up. Next week we head off to
Alaska.
First we're going to go to some parks and see some huge trees. And there are accessible trails we'll tell you about. And then we are going on a cruise to Alaska. And then next month we might be going to Iceland. Greenland maybe. So anyway, if you want to hear more about our adventures, our goal is to get people out there doing things, even though you're in a wheelchair.
And
It
raise
doesn't mean-
awareness that people can do anything in chairs.
Right. Well, almost anything. Not
Well,
but
yeah.
yeah. I spent a lot of time researching and making sure that Maddie can do whatever she can. So
Yeah.
we will tell you more about our adventures. If you want, you can subscribe.
Yeah, be sure to like and subscribe.
Mm-hmm. And then we will keep you informed of our adventures. We'll talk later.
Bye.